Hi, I'm Robert Reil with BizHackz Systems with another quick update. Today we're going to talk about why insight requires structure. In part 1, we talked about why more data often leads to less confidence. Now let's talk about what's missing. Relief and safety. This is where people blame themselves. I'm not analytical enough. I need better reports. I need someone to explain this to me. That reaction makes sense, but it's also misplaced. The problem isn't your intelligence. It's structure, the environment that you create for all of this information to be read through, the lens that you see through. Data didn't fail you. It was never designed to decide for you. It's just something to fill in a matrix to have a point of reference. So now, why data isn't a report? Here's the distinction that matters. Data is not insight. Data tells you what happened in a certain slice of time. Insight tells you what it means, usually through a comparative analysis, and what to do next after you finish reading that comparative analysis. Without structure, data creates noise. With structure, the same data becomes obvious. Nothing changes except how it's framed. So you have to create the environment or the lens that you read the data through. Why more data makes it worse? When insight is missing, people add more data, more tracking, more KPI or key performance indicators, and more views. But volume doesn't create meaning. It hides it. The signal gets buried. The noise feels urgent, and the urgency replaces clarity. That's when leadership gets heavier. You have to see things through the right lens. The irony of the situation is that the more data you have, the less useful most of it becomes. Only a small portion actually informs decisions. Insight ignores most data. That's why it feels rare. Not because it's complex, but because it requires restraint. So here's the real answer. Why doesn't more data create better insight? Because data describes activity. Insight creates direction, and direction only appears when systems decide what matters. More numbers don't create clarity. Design does. Scale by design, not by chance. Now think about it this way. When I was working for Wells Fargo, actually, I did IT reporting in the email security team. And we would take week to week, month to month, year to year information on risks and hackings and spams and phishing, all that kind of information. And think about it. You can't do a month-to-month analysis unless you have monthly reports. You can't do annual analysis one year to another unless you have annual reports. And if you think about it, as you do the month-to-month, each month you come along and you say, you know what? I should actually have this piece of information to compare it to that because this has meaning. Or this piece of technology is evolving and now this measurement matters before it did not. So the sad thing is, like, let's say at the end of the year, you get an annual report. Well, now you want next year's report, but you want next year's report based on the information that you're trying to read now, but last year it didn't matter. So I would say gathering the data is important, but creating a lens that only shows you what you need to see so that you can create the comparative analysis that you need to make good business decisions is important. But gather the data because later you'll need it. It's better to have it and not need it than trim it and wish you had it. That's enough for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the information here and will give a like and a subscribe. It would really help the channel a lot. And we hope to see you on the next one. Have a fantastic day.